afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Propagandacast, and not the Opel Blitzcast. We are going to be having a 1 versus 1 on Sturzdorf, and we shall be watching Imperialdane. This is in fact going to be a bit of an older replay. I'm in fact not entirely sure how old, but old nonetheless. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the 352nd. Opposing me shall be leeches. And I'm not entirely sure if I actually casted this one. I'm pretty confident I haven't. It would be a bit embarrassing if I had casted this one already. But standing out with a few news. Part of you've already got the release date here for Common Heroes 2. It will be the 25th of June. A bit later than one might have hoped for, but inevitable I suppose. Basically means there'll be more polish and hopefully some extra bits here and there. Secondly, and I just remember this while looking at the map, there will actually be Opel Blitz trucks available in Common Heroes 2. I'm not entirely sure what they can do and in what extent, but they are there, so I figure that might also excite a few, that there shall be Opel Blitzes. So, starting out with the usual standard start, 2 Pioneers, Fultz Grenadiers, standard start as well from Leeches, but note Leeches' camping order is a bit more different. He's heading straight for the right hand side, much more east, seeking eine Drang nach Osten. Whereas I'm again spreading out more. I usually prefer that slightly more spread out. That also means again that if one part gets stopped, usually you have got another one that can sort of continue on taking territory. Whereas if you put all your eggs in one basket, you can also risk said basket getting ruined with all the eggs in it. So that, of course, is vital to remember. Note, he's actually using his first rifle squad to secure territory a bit closer to himself before advancing out. Fultz Grenadiers doing the same, although that's also a bit because I don't want to advance my Fultz Grenadiers too far ahead. And again, in a 1 versus 1 fight with riflemen, they might not necessarily always win. In fact, riflemen can easily get the drop on them, in particular on a map like Sturzdorf, where there's a lot of options for closing in on the Fultz Grenadiers. But already there, the engagement gets off. The Fultz Grenadiers quickly pull back to a much safer position. Slightly involving them getting shot up, and we do see the Schwimmwagen arriving there. Going to open up on the riflemen, opening up a bit of fire. In fact, going to be trying to see if we can't flank them from here. And there we go. In fact, it forces the riflemen out of the cover, which allows the Volkskriegs to move up, and we do see Leeches pulling back quite considerably. Securing the strategic point right there. Second rifleman squad, in fact, not supporting the first one, which would definitely allow me to gain the drop, and in fact the advantage against Leeches' rifleman right there, if I so choose. And there we go, we do see the rifleman coming under fire once more from the Schwimmwagen. Pioneers here running into considerable trouble with the riflemen. The question, of course, is Leeches ought to have been taking points there, but nonetheless, he's secured some fuel. And again, I probably ought to myself actually pushed against riflemen. Now they are in heavy cover, so I'm not going to be quite getting them out yet. Second squad of Fultz Grenadiers moving up. We do see Leeches continuing the right-hand side, securing territory. Lastly, then, what did I say they were? First Infantry? Well, it is now, anyways. 2 Fultz Grenadier squads moving up. Going to be slowly and securely dealing with this, and we are seeing a mine up there from him. Nice aggressive mining. It's certainly also a very common mine spot, very good one. Which is also why it's common. Usually the good mine spots tend to get mined a lot because it's pretty much an easy choice and pretty much guaranteed success. Fultz is going to move up and engage the engineers, going to send them off, which should open things up here while the Schwimmwagen continues to slowly advance with the Fultz Grenadiers, ensuring again I can't quite get surprised by any riflemen suddenly appearing. And of course again it basically ensures that my Fultz Grenadiers have some extra fire support, and it also means the riflemen can't quite as easily rush it because the MG on the Schwimmwagen is quite good at protecting against riflemen that sort of try to charge up at you. And there we go, the MG42 arrives. Mine goes off there, killing 1 Pioneer. Heinz is screaming, and instead Fritz begins laying down mines. Yeah, isn't it ironic, Heinz? We were supposed to lay down mines, and you got hit by 1. I'm still alive, though. You'll be dead soon. I'm going to push up here. Quite common, in fact. I've already sort of tried to safeguard me partly by laying down a mine there. Again, basically protecting the right I want to use from here to reach the battlefield. In this case, though, I do get up the MD42 in time, which actually allows me to suppress, possibly even pin down the rifle squad there. At the same time, the engagement going off here. Fultz is getting into the several sides, but the riflemen are caught out in the open. Another rifleman squad, though, flanks up. We do see the riflemen forced away, though we do also see engineers pushing up there. Full-on assault, doing my best to hold up there. Volkskrieger squad pushed away. Another one is on the way. The Volkskrieger their retreat. Flamethrower engineers are going to try and flank. Right here getting suppressed. Engineers are coming under fire. The MG crew coming under literal fire. In fact, catching on fire. Though we do see the engineers getting pushed away. The Schwimmwagen having 2 killed so far. 5 for the MG42, but it is in a terrible condition, and it's currently the only thing that's keeping the MG gun is the fact that his hands are fused to the gun due to the ensuing fire from the MG. Securing the victory point up there. So far, nice map control from Leeches. He's been able to gain off a nice amount of aggression initially, but at the same time now I've been able to push him away, and I still, have some units on the field, so I should be able to advance with some alacrity and begin taking points back. At the same time, taking up, there we go, the Volksgrenadiers already. Might also want to mine about here. And we are seeing the trio send up 4 leeches. Again, very heavy infantry approach. Now also with lots of BARs. In fact, this is a very strong assault force. Again, 4 rifleman squads, BARs, 2 engineers, flamethrowers. This is a man who wants to go all in and kill some krauts. And again, that's also going to mean I'm definitely going to have to watch every flank. I'm going to have to mine, wire, and a lot of other things to basically ensure he cannot creep in, because with this sort of force, if there's even one crack and he finds it, I can really end up in a lot of trouble. I do increase some firepower here with one squad being equipped with the MP40s, giving me some extra firepower up close, thus ensuring I can in some cases quickly clear out a flanker. Or for that matter, rush a position of the enemies. And there we go, the assault is going up, but we do see a mine here, so some flank protection has been gained through mines. Flamethrower engineers taking up position in the house, going to force me away. There you go, riflemen slowly advancing. MG42 setting up here, guarding this area, which is pretty much the cornerstone of my entire field present. If that falls, I'm going to have a very difficult time actually getting back on the field. Riflemen here coming under fire, but again, note the Schwimmwagen Volksgrenadier combo absolutely tears through the riflemen. The MP40 here do extra damage, and oh my goodness, the rifleman squad goes down. 6 men dead in their prime. Another rifle squad going to charge straight into all of this again. Be careful about charging into automatic fire. Schwimmwagen though taking heavy damage. We do see the rifle getting torn to bits. Mine goes off here, stopping that part of the assault. And overall, this was not his engagement. Again, partly through mine usage, partly through the Schwimmwagen spotting these things, and of course also laying down quite a hailstorm of fire, allowing the Volksgrenadiers to finish off the survivors. And currently, map control is largely dominant in my, side of control. Grenadier squad ready, Kampfkraft center going up. In this case, I'm actually quick to actually get some veterancy. Volksgrenadier coming under fire, trying to go for that high munitions. Always a nice thing to harass, but in this case, riflemen do decide they want to spoil the party. MP40 Volksgrenadiers moving up. We're seeing leeches continuing to pour in troops. Volksgrenadiers taking up a position here within that structure. But flamethrower engineers approaching rather means this is not necessarily the best place to be playing soldiers. Grenadiers advancing, and there go the Volksgrenadiers simply getting to get flamed here, and veterans one on the way for the infantry. Volksgrenadiers on the retreat. Volksgrenadiers holding up here in case someone decides to flank up there. Flamethrower pioneers, right here coming under heavy fire again from a bit of this and that. Medic packs have also been equipped to the pioneers, healing them, and there we go. We do see Leeches continuing up his right hand assault. He's slightly changing the direction. He still wants to take this up, but now instead of trying to go up there, he's trying to hit up here. Or he's trying to go for the resources and deny me some fuel, which can also work out. And there we go, coming under intense fire. Volksgrenadier is going to slowly advance, but then again pull back towards the heavy covers to realize this is a silly endeavor. Grenadiers moving up in the west flank. Pack on the way in case he does decide to rush for some armor or some vehicles. And there we go, another part of the assault going up. Mines laid down there again. Volksgrenadier is waiting in a reserve position so they can actually react to if there's going to be something here or here. Engineers here running into a lot of trouble, getting pushed off. Grenadiers finding what they can, but the BAR pressure is a bit much. Veterancy 1, 4 support units going in. These Grenadiers need to retreat, and they do so. Volksgrenadiers opening up on everything that passes on the road. More Volksgrenadiers moving up. The Schwimmwagen doing what I can. And Rifle pushing up there, but they do hit a mine, losing several men in the process, getting pinned. Fighting continues up here. The Pioneers do go down the retreat as they try to cross through here, and the Riflemen simply caught them down as a target of opportunity. MG engaging the engineers inside the house here. One Volkskrone squad and a Schwimmwagen in less than good condition to hold off these remaining Riflemen, who are now perhaps trying to push forwards. And note, Veterans U1 for the MG42 increases the accuracy, meaning it's going to be much more lethal. Plus, it also means it's going to take shorter time to reload. And there go Riflemen pushing forwards again, and that was very close. Pack moving up. German infantry on the move. Supplier going up for leeches. And it's actually time to have a look at this man. Quickly taking up position in the barrel factory. To all watching this entire area while the other riflemen continue to take away the fuel. Interesting enough, he's not going for the strategic point first, which would, quicker deny him the fuel. But of course, that might be because he knows he's going to be exposed here, so instead he goes for the safer proposition, where he knows the train will provide cover, in the sense that I will need to get up here, and that means also closer to the gents inside the barrel factory. There we go, Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers are moving up. The 352nd moving in for the Vaterland. The 352nd being rather the first sort of proper infantry division. The Americans actually encountered, and there were the gents also holding Omaha Beach. The other parts were actually held by fortress divisions and, well, Osttruppen, which were basically Eastern European volunteers. And there we go, Rifleman squad going down again for leeches on the retreat. Though we do now see a larger assault, which will provide cover and a distraction for the last few gents to make out of there. Engineers are quick to drop as Grenadiers and Volkskrone open up. Though again, overwhelming force a bit clumping up, which could in some ways quickly be locked down. With a bit of skilled grenades going off there, Flame Engineers taking up positions in the barrel factory. The assault continues. This area has now actually fallen to the Americans, at least for now. Schwimmwagen repaired. And that's actually also got Veterans 1. In fact, I've gotten vehicle veterancy. Just for the sake of the Schwimmwagen. This is, I believe, part of my more experimental phase, where I sort of tried out different ideas. And also the bit where I actually rather heavily experimented with the MG42 or LMG42 to see how good it was. Volkskrone is going for that left viewpoint. Again, if he's going to harass the right side, I'm going to harass the left side. Riflemen advancing there, opening up in the Schwimmwagen. Schwimmwagen will receive a little less damage thanks to Veterans U1. Pioneers moving up as well. Riflemen actually end up taking a bit of damage there. One man down, 6 kills for the Schwimmwagen. Volkskrone doing what they can there. Schwimmwagen in trouble. Very much in trouble. And there's no infantry support. That's going to be the end of that, I fear. Tragic waste, though. Tragic waste. Though we do see the MG42 and Volkskrone moving up. And we're seeing artillery getting called in on the medic bunker, which is actually a fact put down. And we do see that the pack actually gets spotted. Rifleman going to move up there. Might be trying to actually flank the pack. Oh, artillery actually hits it. I had not anticipated that, in fact. But again, sometimes you can see a shot staying a bit farther away than expected and actually hitting a target. But I'm going to hit the... And there we go. He actually calls in artillery specifically on the pack to clear it out. So, of course, I mean, he's clearly got some plan that involves vehicles, and he's very much intent on ensuring that I have nothing that can actually stop him. And then we do see the retreat going in. Pack closer getting cleared out. But actually survives for now. Sturmarmy going up. Deutsches Infantry moving out for the Vaterland. Medic bunker not in the best of conditions, not the place where you want to get first aid.
The enemy is after our victory point.
And these grenadiers need to retreat. German infantry advancing up there. Supply and upgrade number 1. No medic station, by the way. 4 leeches. I mean, he just lost 2 rifleman squads. All in all, he could consider it to sort of help overall with infantry losses in this difficult and terrible fight against the German enemy. The riflemen are advancing. They're opening up on the Volksgrenadiers, getting off a nice position there. The Volksgrenadiers at least trying to initially cut off the fuel before they basically then return to secure it with the aid of other Volksgrenadiers. Reinforcements will be needed. Pack recruit. Might want to move that a bit. There we go, Grenadiers reinforcing. Tank depot going up for leeches, going for the fuel point over there. Very extensive harassment going on from leeches. Riflemen coming under fire from the MD4 getting suppressed, but another rifleman squad actually moves up to flank. And the pack once more gets spotted. Apparently Fritz the gunner is a bit too eager to shoot away at the American enemy, thus revealing the entire bloody thing. Not really good, eh, Heinz? Volksgrenadiers are quick to arrive and sort of deal with it, but not before the entire thing has been spotted. And the pack crew is in trouble.
Losing ground out there.
We do actually see an attempt here at repairing the bunker, not quite successful, I think. And also close active reforming a Grenadier squad. Volksgrenadiers moving in, the other Volksgrenadiers supporting. B-22 for the German infantry. These gents are taking heavy casualties, dying for the fatherland like heroes. Or at least not complete cowards. Holding up here, the riflemen enjoying light cover, thus having an advantage against the B-22 Volksgrenadiers, who have none whatsoever, and there's not really much for them to seek. Though we do now see a larger force moving out. Volksgrenadiers, MG, and... oh, the artillery getting called in again. Probably should have repaired that pack. And we are seeing Blitzkrieg up. We're seeing assault going in to try and turn the situation here. Turns the tides for the fatherland. And we do see the riflemen retreating in the face of all these grenades, getting lobbed at them, stunning them, and rather giving them one hell of a headache. And we are seeing a Sherman on the way, probably delivered by an independent tank battalion, which was something the Americans operated with, and it was something the Soviets operated with. They had independent tank units which could be attached here and there. I believe the British and the Germans instead operated on, again, tanks being part of either division, or in the case of the Germans later on, brigades, but they never had a sort of independent tank unit that could just be attached here and there. They were always part of a large organization.
Going after a fuel point. One of ours.
Flamethrower Indian is going to move up against the Volksgrenadiers. Other force moving out. We're seeing another bunker going up. This time a bit further removed.
Alright, listen here.
Sturm Army also getting something on the way. And we are seeing an LMG being equipped for the Grenadiers. And we also see them having a BAR, the Browning automatic rifle. A World War I weapon. Volksgrenadiers here getting absolutely cooked though. And looks like they actually make it out of there. Impressive. But now we do see the Sherman pushing in, and currently I am in the position where I actually have nothing that can actually really stop it. Which is mildly put a problem. MG42 in an effort of futility fires some bullets away, but not really going to achieve much. The Grenadiers move out on their own, heavily equipped with American and German leichte Maschinengewehren. Mines here still holding up. And Leech is doing his best to retake some territory. And he's going to move in here. And we are seeing quite a fusillade being opened up from the riflemen. Who shall win this? And there we go, MG42 quickly tears through one chap. And the MG42, it's a bit dodgy at times, particularly at longer ranges. It tends to be quite inaccurate. So of course the overall usage is a bit questionable. But I mean, it's not that it's completely useless, but sometimes you can find that it actually does nothing. Other times it does quite an alright job. It's a bit too, how should one put it, uncertain, unreliable in some cases. But again, if you can get off a few of them, they can actually do alright. And of course, again, it does require that you know how to use them. Volksgrenadier squad gets killed as the Sherman treads into a mine, knocking it out. The engineers damaging the Stuke is going to have an easy target with this. Sherman, the MD42 getting pulled off. Engineers down, 4 leeches. Pioneers and Grenadiers advancing on the left side. Sticky bomb on the Stuke. Grenadier squad reformed. Making a stand against the rifle, and so the Stuke hikes around, takes out poor Richard. We will need more forces quickly thrown into this fight to quickly contain the American advance, but does not look like the case. More sticky bombs against the Stuke. Flamethrower engines moving up. The Grenadiers are getting absolutely murdered, and there we go, 2 sticky bombs, and the Stuke goes down. Sturmgeschütz kaputt. Volksgrenadiers and MG42 moving up. More Volksgrenadiers ready. 21 kills, 9 kills, and there we go. The Grenadiers moving up to set up a flanking position with the large amount of MGs they actually have. Veterans already there. No, veterancy free rifle, quite nasty that. Grenade getting locked right into everything. No, yes. And there we go, several riflemen going down. The MD continues to fire away. 13 kills for the heavy grenadier squad.
We have heavy infantry reserves.
Mine goes actually off there on retreat. And returning to the 352nd. Now with access to Sturzdorf. If that ever becomes an actuality. An issue. Slowly advancing over here. Pioneers moving about with mines. Troops do not want to run into any more American mines. Victory points are reasonably close. Reasonably. And another Stug arrives. Grenadiers reinforming and reinforcing. Wounded being pulled back here. This could be salvaged for munitions. That would be a good move. Going for the cutoff there once more. And again, Leeches is on the warpath. Lots of riflemen advancing again, including that one veterancy free rifleman squad. And that's within 20 minutes. Not really a good sign for me either. But definitely the stuff of nightmares for any Wehrmacht player. Particularly if you actually manage to get that MG42. Because with the accuracy bonus that riflemen get, that can actually become very dangerous. Never mind the 50% damage bonus that veterancy free riflemen get. And that's something a lot of American players like, you know, not to talk about. That is the quite incredible bonus that riflemen get as they level up. Bit of fighting going on there. Grenadiers pushed away. Sherman advances. Stug nearby to try and help. And there we go, nice hit on the Sherman. Of course, you could consider upgunning it, thus increasing his chance of actually doing something against the Stugs and definitely winning. Rather than here, they're getting suppressed by the MG42 assault going in. And of course, the Grenadiers firing away with their MG and BAR. Veterans free riflemen taking some losses as the retreat goes on. As they run the gauntlet. And the other rifle squad advances straight into the MG fire as well. At the same time, rifle squad holding up there. And gets a few more kills on the retreat. Flamethrower engines now holding up right here on the position by the wall. Stug moves up. Riflemen taking no considerable losses. And there we go. We do see them retreating under intense fire. And there we go, an engineer bites the dust on the retreat. MG42 does seem to be able to get consistent kills from retreating units. In particular, can tear through a retreating sniper in no time. Grenadiers here on the fine fact getting another LMG for them. Again, basically my way of testing out is basically getting as many Grenadiers with LMGs 42s as possible to sort of see, you know, what are the bloody results. In particular, they also have them both on firing at the same spot. Armoured car now out. Also benefiting from Vehicle Veterans 1. Sherman advances on the LMG Grenadiers, quickly forcing them away. And there is no Sturmgeschütz for fire support, but there is another one on the way. 352nd, though, did not have any armoured cars. Generally, infantry divisions did not have that. Reconnaissance for them were basically the Fusilier Battalion, which was also the divisional elite units. So probably from some Panzer or Panzer Grenadier division. Tank destroyer now advancing for Leeches, opening up in the Stug. Stug going to pull out of there. Volksgunners moving up. Sherman, though, has not been repaired. He continues to take nasty damage. Medic bunker, in fact, getting repaired on the other hand. Other Stug moving in. Rifleman waiting there for some unknown purpose. The Stug goes down, though. Quite unfortunate, although the American armor has taken quite some damage. And if unable to repair it, could quickly lose his Sherman and his tank destroyer. Rifleman moving up, and again the veterancy free taking advantage. Basically, he was actually making two punches. One was the armor punch, then he's moving in with the infantry now that that's main threat has been cleared out. But he comes under fire from a fresh Stug. It's actually time for the mid-game analysis, current situation. I mean, he's enjoying some dominance with armor. Partly be able to, you know, overman my Stugs with Shermans and tank destroyers. He could consider upgrading the Shermans with some increased guns there to do some damage. He's on the other hand suffering some nasty infantry losses and having a bit of trouble holding on to the map in longer periods, because it generally tends to be short period, then I kick him out. he probably should consider medic station. The medic bunker is definitely helping out. I'm not going to claim, of course, that I'm doing, swimmingly. I mean, there's definitely some mistakes here and there. And of course, the question is, will the 150 munitions by now I've invested in the LMG-42s actually pay off? Again, that's always the thing that slightly has me wondering.
MG crew on me.
Will it actually pay off? Of course, I could consider, sticking to Blitzkrieg, getting a Tiger. That would definitely help me out in the shorter and longer run. Although, of course, that's not going to mean that's going to be an instant win either. He's got one supplied upgrade, that's good, but for, he needs to, deliver a solid punch. He needs to capture some of my troops in a larger envelopment and actually deal some damage. He needs some clever maneuvers, and he possibly also needs some on-map artillery to bombard my positions constantly, or outgun Shermans. What I need to do is, well, basically hold this map, push forwards a bit there as well, and need to stop retreating. It is not good to move backwards. But let's return to the fight. Tank destroyers on the roll. Sherman finally getting some repairs. This one is also going to need it. Stug advances. Armored car providing support. Volksguns and Grenadiers moving up. Riflemen are dropping. The BA are providing more running support. And we are seeing a Blitzkrieg assault going up here against the Veterans C3 Rifleman. The other Rifleman going to move straight into all of this. This is actually going to mean both squads are going to get a bit stunned. Or at least the one's going to move straight into the MP40's range, which is not necessarily a good thing. Grenadiers advancing up there, coming under fire from the Sherman. Again, not really solid harassment there. Volksguns run off there, might even go down the retreat to the Veterans C3 Rifleman, and looks like that is the case. Tragic. They died like heroes. Another Stug arrives. 4 Stugs by now, actually. Which is actually about close to a third of a tank destroyer company, as these Stugs, which are attached to the 352nd, actually were. Although they were actually redesignated as an entire brigade to deceive the Allies. Though they were not actually a brigade, they were just about 13 Stugs handed out to an infantry division because they could not get the Martyrs they were supposed to have. Yes, I know. Slightly longer explanation, but how's the Germans operated? And Veteran C3 for the infantry. Definitely going to help a bit against the Veteran C3 Riflemen, since again that will absorb some of the extra damage they can do. And of course also going to make it difficult for the rest of the Riflemen with their BARs. Well, we do see an increased presence up here, so it looks like he might be setting up for an assault heading from that area. Tiger now ready in reserve. Just need to build up the manpower for it. Riflemen waiting down there. No response from Leech's armoured units, though they are still considerably damaged. Still no repairs effected.
We're losing territory.
And now a Panzerschreck on this squad, making it a considerably heavy weapons unit. Mine's going down there. Panzerschreck flies, and there we go, MG opens up. And looks like the riflemen on the far right side are running into a bit of trouble, as their slightly untenable position is getting completely ruined. Looks like another rifle squad's going to go down on the retreat. MG fires away. Will he finish it off? No. One last man pulls off a Forrest Gump and makes a complete run for it, but there's still the Veteran C3 Riflemen hold up. The armoured car and the Volksguns doing what they can to force them out. Well, there's the armoured car is, and there we go, we're actually seeing a full retreat. Leeches is not going to be risking it any further. Taking the victory point. Tank destroyer getting repaired. Riflemen moving about. Bit of quiet, in fact, again, largely waiting for that Tiger, though again I could try and push up a bit here. Further keep up the pressure. Now again, I'm also largely unsure where he's actually placed his armor, and that's the case where his forces are situated towards actually striking. I don't want to advance straight into an American counterpunch. That would be a bit painful. But there we go, as the Tiger arrives. Lurching forwards like a lumbering beast of Krupp steel. Now Garov going for the strategic point. Looks like he might be sending in the assault. And there we go. The armour sets into movement as well, even though this German's not been fully repaired. Grenadiers opening up, and the rifleman Stu gets off a hit. There we go. Some light damage from the MG, but again, it's always a bit questionable if it actually ultimately does some kills, but then it can actually do some damage. There we go. The assault going in. Artillery getting called in on the Tiger and the Stug. Panzerschreck hits the rear of the tank destroyer. Sherman has a destroyer engine, having hit a mine by the looks of it. Tank destroyers constantly getting blasted from every angle conceivably possible. Right inside the hole there going up, and right engineers pulling up the site, getting murdered by the armored car and the grenadiers. Tank destroyer out of control. Other tank destroyer, main gun destroyed. The assault of leeches has absolutely floundered. Done some light damage, but overall suffered quite punitive losses. Stug now advances. Again for the rifle inside the house. Though the Sherman reminds it that's still on the field, but the Tiger's going to sort that one out. Tiger spots the target. Rear armor hit right inside the house here, doing what they can, but they are under intense fire from the Grenadiers. One more hit from the Tiger. Will the Sherman make it behind the corner of the house? Riflemen pop out, and as they get at the front door, a high explosive shell rounds against them, killing numerous men. But looks like they will try to get off a sticky one, and they succeed. Rangers now moving up for leeches. American heavy infantry, usually organised in their own independent battalions to be attached wherever needed. And looks like, oh dear, an LMG-42 was actually dropped right there. That was a bit unfortunate. But can happen when you equip a Grenadier squad a bit too heavily. And artillery. Incoming. Artillery, now an old map howitzer, what was actually suggested. Crane takes a hit. Looking a bit depressed about it. Bit of munitions being floated. Securing the munitions point over there. Volksgun is advancing down to one squad, though, having had 3 originally. Oh, direct hit on the house, killing one Grenadier as a door flies at him, possibly. Crashing him in the process. And veteran to 2 for the armor, giving LMGs for the Stugs. And a bit of a health increase. Volksgun here running straight into an American assault force. 3 rifleman squads and the Rangers backing up the entire effort with their bazookas. And we are seeing a Sherman moving straight on into the German base. Leeches is on a mission of destruction by the looks of it. They're coming under direct and intense fire from the MG-42 down south. The assault right there falters, leaving behind only the Sherman one to continue. And Stugs will be diverted to deal with that. At the same time, looks like a flamethrower engineer squad's moving up to follow. And looks like the Rangers do manage to get past the MG-42. And they hit a mine, pretty much ruining that. Flank assault coming under fire from the armoured car. Schwerer Panzerspähwagen has detected the target. Oh dear, something died up here. Oh dear, that was the Volksgrenadiers. That was tragic. Rangers advancing. Not being stopped by the mine, and nor the heavy armoured car. And the MG-42, in fact, looks to be forced away as well. Tiger doing what can, and the MG-42 crew is lost. This is actually working out from... he was a veteran free rifle. Grenadiers going to move up with an LMG-42 picked up again. Artillery going in, trying to get the Tiger. Grenadiers fighting as best as they can. Not really a good position here for fighting as infantry. Note only one window, so that's basically only going to be one Ranger firing with a Thompson. And meanwhile, the Grenadiers will be able to open up fully on the rifleman. Grenade going to lock as well. And there we go. Heavy losses inflicted on the rifleman, the MG, and the Panzerschreck gets a kill. And the Rangers are beginning to suffer loss as well, making a retreat through the rear door. More Grenadiers moving up, and there we go. The rifleman squad bites the dust. 29 kills on the Grenadier squad with a BAR and an LMG-42. Quite impressive. Sherman being forced away by the Stug. Still no upguns for the Sherman. Still no upgun. But it's actually... Oh, never mind. I was just about to say it's still alive, but... Takes a rear hit and crashes into some ruins. Ruining both. And there we go. The riflemen end up quickly on retreat. And so do the Rangers, exhausted by all the fighting and other tank destroyer arrives for the leeches. The centre is still hold, although starting to look a lot less safe and cozy. Engineers hanging about, mining there. Tank destroyer rolling up. Going to probably try and hit the flank. He is going to need some numbers, though, so I would not suggest just sending that one in at a time. That's just going to result in tears for the Americans. Oh, it's actually time to have a look at leeches. Actually, my pardons. He's got enough munitions for one off-map shoot. He's got not a lot of infantry left. He could try with an off-map combat group, but now he's going for more tank destroyers. Direct hit on the Stug. Riflemen advancing. Armored cavalry to pull up in the flank, and there we go. Grenadiers with the Panzer, and there we go. Blitzkrieg assault, completely stopping that infantry assault. Pretty much ruining the assault completely for leeches. Meaning that on that hard barrage was wasted for the larger part. And a repair bunker up here, or at least going to be a repair bunker, I think. Tank destroyer ready. A bit of quiet. Tiger lurching forward, crushing what remains in the centre. We do see veterans free up, providing armoured skirts, providing protection against sticky bombs and bazooka rockets. And the riflemen shall encounter the Tiger, and they shall lose men. And it is finding down there 29 kills, which pretty much I think amounts to a platoon, on a small one anyways. It looks like leeches will be sending in 2 tank destroyers. I think he will need a bit more volume than that, in fact. Rifleman getting blasted. Slow approach here. Leech is creeping forward. He's not going to be dashing forwards anymore. And artillery going in against a central Stug. He's perhaps hoping to divide my forces. Instead, he ends up hitting the crane again, possibly killing some other poor bastards in the process. But largely not really managing to hit a lot. Which means that assault has largely already petered out, unless he's actually not even started it, in which case that's not really an auspicious start. Grenadiers advancing up here, going up against the engineers, doing quite a bit of damage. Although the flamethrower is also doing a bit of damage. And there we go, the engineers in fact get suppressed. Quick response from the rifleman veterans. He free opening up on the grenadiers, and I look, I've even forgotten about it. Oh no. No, not my grenadiers. Not 31 kills. Shice, a bit too late there. And again, nice position. Might even lose them on retreat, which would be devastating. In particular if they drop that BLMG for the Vets free riflemen to use. Rangers quickly popping into the house, and they will open up on the grenadier on the retreat. Run, Heinz, run!
Enemy unit down.
And looks like he actually makes it, but there's a rifleman squad inside the base. They have snuck in. The bastards, they've snuck in. Calling artillery directly on the Stug. We are seeing grenadiers moving up, but this other squad is going to move straight into the riflemen. Oh dear. And then we got the LMG-42s drop right in front of them. So that's how it died. And then we go rifleman on retreat, and more artillery getting called out straight on the Stug. He's absolutely intent on just knocking out, not actually helping the direct assault. That seems a bit silly. Those apparently trying to just destroy my production capabilities, but the stormtroopers quick to sort out the immediate loss of that grenadier. Stug's holding out there as rifleman advance. Certainly a desperate effort, and more artillery going in here, hitting straight on the stormtroopers, the grenadiers, causing quite a few kills, and the heavily damaged Stug advances, since there's nowhere safer to be apparently than the front line at the moment, which is a bit tragic. And the Opel Blitz gets wrecked. What a waste of good Opel Blitz. And another grenadier squad gets reformed from the medic bunker. And the stormtroopers make their way back to get reinforced. Assault rifles already equipped. An armoured car actually upgraded to a Puma. And sticky bombed. And immobilized. Tank destroyers are quick to move. And looks like the riflemen have been equipped with a bazooka they picked up from some poor dead ranger. Though it did not avail them much against the might of the Panzerwaffen. Or in this case, the Sturkwaffen. And that Puma had no chance. I have no idea why I actually upgraded. I was probably just curious to see how it would fare against infantry. Sometimes I just do that. I just, use a unit I don't very often use just to see, what happens. What happens? Mine went off there. Tank destroyers trying to hide. For the time being, 3 tank destroyers up, 4 leeches. And that one is in trouble. But somehow actually managed to escape largely unscathed. Right, news to the grenadiers right there. More artillery going in, very close to those grenadiers. Oh! Christ, that was lucky. And now a sniper out for leeches. I'm pretty sure that was not really going to help against all the Stooks and the Tiger. I think he needed more armor, and again perhaps an off-map combat group or just some tank destroyers and Shermans that were upgunned.
The Germans are after one of our munitions points.
Going for the munitions there. Krieg bags considerably on fire there.
105 ready. Listen up, Rifle Squad.
Still continued harassment, that is good, but ultimately, he's not been able to break the back, which is largely consisting of Sturmgeschütz.
They're taking one of our
And the snipers is not really going to be, working towards that. The Stooks supported by infantry, that's rather allowing me to hold this. Of course, the Tiger's also a great help. Certainly should not underestimate that. And there go the rifle going to run straight into the stormtroopers. Force order, there go the opening up with the MG. Actually suppressing the stormtroopers again. The MG can actually be of some use, in particular with BRs. And there we go. The riflemen just get absolutely shredded, but not before they do manage to pin. And then the stormtroopers get unpinned, and then they cut down that last rifleman. Meaning the stormtroopers in a few seconds gain 6 kills. And there we go, going in for the assault against the Stooks and the Tiger. MG5 from the Stook. Shots from the Tiger and the Stook. Just threatening to devastate them. We're seeing 3 tank destroyers, but I don't think they will be able to directly outmatch this armored force. There we go, the lead Stook getting sticky bombed, getting blasted, rifle getting suppressed. And there we go, 4 tank destroyers. If Leeches wants to have a chance, he must attack now. At the same time, the Stooks are flanking about. Stook. There we go, flanking the American tank destroyer positions. Take that. So while the Americans occupied with the Stook and Tiger on the another pair of Stooks moved in from the other side and pretty much knocked them out and might even cut down the sniper on retreat. And back, just me forgetting to have deleted the raw footage from yesterday, meaning I was actually running out of space on the hard drive, so there you go. And there we go, the tank destroyers simply getting wrecked. And what turned into an attack from Leeches suddenly turned into an ambush and then a massacre. Sniper is dead, most of his units are dead, they're going to be retreating right past all of this. Blitzkrieg is on. Howards are gone. And then a bit of asking for advice. Now, if only Frat can actually behave nicely.
They've destroyed our barracks.
Always a good piece of advice, watch the Propagandacast.
In the compound. Base is under attack.
Well, this is pretty much game over for him. And it's just, stop it. Basically my advice in the end comes down to, get some more. You should have probably gotten some more Shermans. You should probably have outgunned them because largely he had an alright force composition, but he could not really absorb a lot of fighting against the Stooks and the Tiger. He lacked something, which could, do a lot directly. And again, had he perhaps outgunned his Shermans, had a few more, he might have actually had a chance at that, or a medic station to help with the rifleman losses, because again he did suffer some nasty losses right there in the mid-game, losing 2 entire squads, having to replace them, thus not having manpower for say other things like armor. I also think the sniper was definitely not something that was going to help. Again, he was having trouble with armor, not with infantry, although the infantry definitely was a problem, but again, his veterancy free rifleman could have dealt with that. Again, he needed the Stugs gone and the Tigers gone. So again, that was a bit of a problem for him. Again, a medic station I think would have helped. Sherman's gun would also have helped. And some off-map comic probably also would have benefited him. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe? Tell your friends. If you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own? Provide some feedback. Otherwise, this is Imperialdane saying cheers, and feel free to follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Links are in the description.